Hi. Hi guys, I hope you are great. I am wonderful. I just came back from Nelspruit for our book launch, second book launch out of the so many, and it was amazing. I enjoyed Nelspruit so much. We had so much fun well, we drove there. We had so much fun on the way. We had so much fun. Uh, Saturday in the book launch, we had a party in the evening. We had lots of stuff happening Sunday, and we just came back today, so it was totally amazing. Thank you, everyone else sprayed. And I mean, the calls that I'm getting so many calls. You guys needing books. So if you're nail sprayed and you would like to buy a book, just contact me. I'll give you Bobo's number. Bobo is she sells books. Her page is Book Hives. She's on Facebook and she's available in your spray to give you a book. So if you don't know her or you can't get her on Facebook, it's Bobo Lukele. Make sure that you get her numbers from me and you can get yourself a book. And I am so happy that we are almost ready for Pretoria. I mean, Pretoria is going to be the best of them all, right? And because Pretoria is just amazing. So we are going to be, I hope, Taho and Sylvia still have space for this coming week and Saturday. We're starting at 10. We are in Montana, Rene's conference center. Get the details on my Facebook page with the event, Money and Black People Pretoria book launch. The details are there. Rene's conference center is in Montana. So if you haven't sent your RSVP, make sure that hi Grace, see you in Pretoria. Hi, you're a new follower. That's nice, Grace. Welcome. You're gonna enjoy this. So we are definitely there this Saturday morning. It's going to be totally amazing. Everything is set for Saturday. Saturday we're going to have the magician, wonderful Ketiwe Pagati, and we are going to have Sbusiso. He is a public speaker phenomenon, and he's going to be with us, and we're gonna have so many other speakers, and it's gonna just be amazing. A lot of great things are gonna be happening Saturday 10 o'clock, so make sure that you join us. And today we are on episode 22. The most important thing is episode 22. Oh guys, this weekend I couldn't do a live because my network wasn't so great and there was just so many stuff happening. I hope you got to watch the book launch, the interview that was nice. I think we got almost all of it on live, so it is on my timeline. And I think I'll also load those on YouTube so that you can also get them there. So today we are on chapter 10, Money and Women. So I wanted us to do this chapter last week because last week was International Women's Day. And it is such a beautiful thing to have such a day just because we are women, right? And obviously it serves a purpose for women awareness, women empowerment. Women are such great gifts to the planet because they are creators. Women are creators. Women alive. They are life-giving. We are just amazing because we do not need resources to be life-giving. We are already the giver of life in this planet. We make sure that this planet continues surviving just because we are here. So I wanted us to talk about money and women, and because women with money, you can just imagine what will happen when women have money. All things go well. I mean, studies show that businesses that are started by women are the most profitable businesses. They are the most that stick around for longer. They're just better. They women businesses hire more people. Women businesses are more productive. So obviously, women and money is what we need. So today, that's what we're talking about. Chapter 10 on money and black people. So if you need the book and you are in wherever, just go to busiselesho.com, order it online, it will be delivered to you. Other than that, get it on Kindle. Kindle in your own phone, you will get this so quick. Or Amazon.com, so you will get it to download it to your phone or your tab, and be able to read it at the same time. It's only I think $20 online. And if you order it on busiselesho.com, it's $220 and it will be delivered to you. So get yourself one, so then when we do talk about the book, you actually have read it and you can actually understand it better. Other than that, let's do episode 22. Oh, before we continue with episode 22 and money and women, let me tell you all about the current course that we're doing. It's a 6-week course. We just started week 2 yesterday, and I promise you, it's called How to Increase Your Earning Potential. It is not an easy course. It is definitely not, but hi, Smangaliso. See you in Pretoria. Please do send an email. I did not see your name on the list. So make sure that you send an email, busi@busiselesho.com or pa@busiselesho.com, and make sure that your name is there, and then you can just do your payment maybe at the end of the week. But make sure that your name is on the list because it's filling up and the venue is already like, Bossy, make sure you don't get more people than the venue we have here. So I'm like, we'll be okay. So please make sure, Smangaliso, that you send in your recipe like today, like now. Just send it in now. Okay, so the course, we are on week 2, and we are this week focusing on settling for less. Now, last week we were talking about totally cleansing and finding your greatness. This week we're talking about last week we were talking about cleansing your mind from knowing that you're not it, you're not that great, you're not, you can't do this, you cannot do this. So we're doing that and finding that actually you are great, you can do anything you want, and show it to you that actually there's evidence in your life every day that you are great. But we normally don't see that evidence. We always see the evidence of what is going wrong, why you are so not amazing, why you can't get this, why this is so far, why the house is too expensive for you, why that car you can never afford, or you can't afford now or next year or whenever. So it's always been about why you can't get something, why can't you get that husband, why can't you, because all the good men are dead or like lost or in another planet. But hi Sandra, thank you. Oh, thank you for coming to the Mbombela launch. That was so amazing. I should stop saying hi because I forget what I was saying. So we were talking about that last week, and sometimes it is the most difficult thing to recognize your greatness and recognize all the stuff that is not so good about you. So if someone said, what would you want to change about you, be like having a long list, but what is it that is actually great about you? And then all of a sudden you're like, what is actually... So we were doing that last week, and this week we're talking about settling for less. And the only reason you don't have what you want right now is because you've settled for less. So I mean, you see your bank account, you're not happy with it, but you continue with it anyway. Not that you're supposed to have that bank account. No, the truth is that you're a creator. You can change that bank account. You can have what you want in that bank account. The reason why you have what you have in that bank account is because you created the bank account situation that you have right now in the past. So you created this bank account in November, in December, whenever, in Jan this year. But now you have the moment right now to create your bank account situation for the 30th of March, for the 30th of April, for the 30th of May. You have the moment right now. But when you are creating something less, which you will choose to settle for less, you will get your less when the time comes. So we are not made to take the thing. So if you have a job you don't like, you've settled for it. If you have a partner you don't like, or you don't think is the greatest, you have settled for that. You have settled for everything that you have now. If it's not the best, it is because you chose to take less. So we are doing that. We are definitely getting to recognize what is it that some person that's in the course has settled for. What is it that you could do to now reverse the process of you settling? Because you settle for so long for so many things that it becomes a behavior in life. So you don't have the salary you want, you settle for it, and then you actually complain. You say like, another person they pay them more, another person they get more benefits than me, and you can actually see people who are getting the best, but you right there are okay with what you are getting, and you are complaining, but you are the one who settled. So that's what we're doing this week. So if you still want to join us, do send in an email, do send in an inbox, join us, and you will start on day one, on week 1, but you will get to week 2 and you'll be able to figure out what is it that you've been settling for that is not you, that is not supposed to be yours, that you are supposed to be getting better stuff. You are supposed to be getting the salary you do want. You're supposed to be working where you do want. You're supposed to be having the business you do want. You're supposed to be getting the clients you do want. Not just getting crappy clients that don't pay, that complain about everything. You're supposed to be getting what you do want. But when you actually settle for this stuff, you actually get the stuff that is less. And if you have stuff that is less in your life, just know that you made it happen. So you can actually change that. So if you still want to join into the course, join in, send in an email. Silva will send you the details of the course and you can join in, and you can start on week 1 and you can go and get on with it. So join in. And then that's it. And then we're having Cape Town launch next the following week. From this, it's going to be 24th March, and then we're gonna have Durban on the 14th of April. So guys, I am so excited, and when I get to meet you guys, it's so wonderful because I can actually get a hug. I mean, like online you guys see me but I don't see you, so it's so nice for me when I get to meet you. So please do come through to the book launches when you can, if you can. Now, Money and Women, chapter 10. So I was talking to a group of ladies the other day, and a lot of them were saying, we will wish our kids will be better women, better than even us. They will take on the world with a certain hi Smanga, please send me email again. I missed it. It's busi@busiselesho.com. busi@busiselesho.com. Smanga. So the ladies were saying we will love our kids to be, great women, better than us, do great things, understand that they could do anything they want, they can be anything they want, they should have the money they want, they should have the life they want. And I said to them, obviously that is every mother's dream, but the thing is this: we are now grown-up women and we have these kids, but we are still living our parents' lives, because those are the people that taught us who to be, what to be. In terms of money, they introduced us to money. They let us understand what money is, and we did understand it from their view. And now, where we are, we could be having it, we could not be having it. If we don't have it, so it means that we need to change something. But one of the most important things that stood out for me when I was presenting to these ladies, they kept saying, I wish my daughter will not be, a slave queen. I wish my daughter will not want money from, all sorts of things that are not so great. I wish my daughter will have, a career, will have a business, will take care of herself. and will not wait for someone, maybe a man or whoever, to take care of her, and she will stand on her own 2 feet, and she will not be used for money, all those things. And I said to them, that is great, but ladies, these daughters are going to follow on your footstep. So if it happens that you are waking up every morning to go to a job you hate, to go to a business you no longer like, and you're doing this for the sake of money, you are already selling yourself for money, because you will not do this other than the fact that you need to pay your bills. So if you're doing that, your daughters are also reading the same information. So don't be surprised in the next 10 years, once your daughter is independent, that she does the same thing. She gets money and she sells herself for money. It could happen in other ways, and do not judge her, because she would have learned it from your energy that it is good to sell yourself for money. It is good to sacrifice yourself for money, because you're sacrificing yourself for money. Which brings me to the point where most of us women, we get stuck in when it comes to money. So you could be married, you could be single, you could be whatever. We were taught to sacrifice a lot to have money, but we were also told that we cannot have it all. So if I'm choosing to be a CEO, I'm choosing to climb the corporate ladder, I cannot climb it pregnant, having kids and a husband. I need to decide if I want to climb the corporate ladder, or I want to be a mommy and get pregnant and do all these things. So I can't have it all. So if I want to run a successful business, I need to be, single and available to everything. And I then need to decide that I'm not going to be, I'm not going to want that other life. If I want it, I'm just gonna have to sit here and be like, oh well, I just go home every day to an empty house, but during the day I am slaying. I am the CEO, I'm the businesswoman, I'm this and this, but I am going to go into an empty life at the end of the day. Or I'm just going to sit here and be a mommy and be everything and be all that, and just maybe get a job just to make sure that my kids can eat, but I am not going to be all of it. So we have been taught that we need to decide. So you find women say, I'm not going to get kids now. I'm going to concentrate on my career. I'm not talking about someone who's still at school, who's not even ready to to have someone as a kid, to bring a life into this. I'm talking about someone who says, I'm now choosing not to go this route because this route is waiting for me. Either way, you could be choosing the career route, or you could be choosing the actual mommy route, or you want to get married and get a partner, but then you can be this. I've sat with ladies that I'm coaching, and you'll find that their limiting beliefs is that if I do get married, I'm going to lose all this power. And the other way is that if I choose the business, I'm going to lose my family, because then the nanny will take over, because this and this will take over, and I'm not going to be who I want to be. Or finding yourself then in the mommy situation, and you've totally lost who you actually are. So we've been taught to choose. So when it comes to money, we've been taught to sacrifice a lot for money. So hence we'll sacrifice our happiness for money, or we'll sacrifice our wanting of to do in the world because of money also. So women, when we are in that, we have this limiting belief of sacrificing ourselves for money. We then find it so easy, and we do it so well, to self-sabotage ourselves when we are faced with great opportunities. Great opportunities that will say, now, here is a big opportunity, you can run a business, here's a big opportunity, you can run an organization. We then self-sabotage those opportunities because we are actually subconsciously choosing to sacrifice one part of our lives. And then most of the times, unfortunately, we find ourselves having even good reasons, like perfectly synced reasons, like men are the ones who are pushing us out of the boardroom. Men are the ones that are given all the opportunities in the world. Men are the ones that are getting the business deals. Men are the ones that are looked up to. And these reasons are good enough for us to then decide that we are not worthy of this. Now, when I coach my clients, I always say, you will never get what you want as long as you have a reason why you're not getting it. So it doesn't matter what your reason is. It doesn't matter. I mean, even if it's factual, like really, this man just walked into this bedroom and told me that I'm a woman. I can't. I mean, I've been through that. I've told you my stories several times. People come to the book launch, get to hear the story over and over again. But I've been in that situation where I was young. I used to be so tiny, like really tiny and skinny and all of that. And I was sitting in a boardroom and men will ask me that, you're in the health and safety industry and you're telling us about mine safety. Have you ever been underground? Like you look like you just came out of your mother's womb the other day. Like, what are you going to tell us? I mean, I'm talking to men, like old men that have done this. I've done this work for so many years, and then there I am. I'm saying, I know I'm going to give you a solution to this. They look at me, they're like, mm-mm. So I could have taken that as they're discriminating because I'm black, because I'm young, because I'm a woman, because they have experienced it. I could have took that. But what I did with that, I took it and I said, okay, guys, I shall see, you shall see here. I shall show you what I mean. And I gave them solutions that blew them out of the blue water. They were shocked because my research, my work stood out for life in their lives. I mean, today they still call me on speed dial to get solutions from me because they understand that I know more than they do. And now they respect me for that. And now it's not something that I have to keep doing every day. They have already earned their respect. They understand that I know more than them. So I took that same comments or abuse, and I made it work for me. So hence I'm saying to you, if you have a reason, even just one little reason why you will not be able to get what you want. So if you say, I want to start a business, but it's a male-dominated industry. So you have a reason, it's a male-dominated industry, so you might as well leave it. Because you're going to start and you're just going to fail because your limiting belief is that it's a male-dominated industry. You want to climb the corporate ladder and you're saying the men are blocking me in the boardroom. The reason that the way your mind thinks is that you have men blocking you in the boardroom, they will definitely block you. And I promise you, it's not that they are like, wow, we're going to wake up tomorrow morning and block who's in the boardroom. No, you are going to actually create the energy that they think you should be the one blocked. I promise you, you will make sure. Hence I said, today is happening like this right now. We all have created this moment right now in the future, in the past. You have said, I wanted to learn something about money. I said, I wanted to share something about money. And this is where we meet at this moment right now, at 3 o'clock in this live. We both created this moment. So if you find someone in the boardroom, and I did have actually that same belief myself before I even got there, and they actually said it to me live, and I was like, wow, I've always heard about this. I've always heard that men actually do, look out for each other. They don't want women to be great. And I thought, wow, this is actually happening. But then once it happened, I was like, no, man, actually this is not what I want. This is not what I want things to go. Today I don't have a problem with men. When I started coaching, it was a lot of women that I was coaching. In my events, there would be women. There would never be a man. Even when a man hear me talk in radio, they will be like, yo, this is great, but my wife should come and hear you. My mother should come and hear you. They will always be pushing women to me. And I never had said that I only coach women. There was no reason for me to coach only women, because women and men is the same. We all need money. So I then noticed that men were actually not coming up to my teachings, were not coming up to my they felt that it was women thing. But then I had actually believed before that women will understand this information better than men. So I had actually made the connection. I actually blocked men from coming to me. I've actually just said women are the good ones. They will understand this better. But then I saw that that was not right. I didn't want that. I actually thought men will not take this serious. But then I was like, no, but then men also need money, like a lot. And then I changed that belief. Now I have more clients that are men than, well, maybe not than women, but I have a lot of clients than men. And the men can understand this, and they go in and they do this well. So what I'm saying is that women and money, it is not about what you can't do. It's about what you think about what you can't do. So if you think that I'm blocked, if you think that I'm not looked after, if you think that people are not supporting me in the workplace, people are not supporting me in business, the government is not supporting me, the financial institutions are not supporting me, everybody is not recognizing women, this is your reason, and it's supposed to come true because you believe it. Now, there are women who have made it. There are women who are doing it well. They have changed their mindset. So nothing can block you. I promise you, no human being or animal or tree or anything can ever come into the way of you getting to what you want. Never. Because we are all created by the universe. And if the universe has blessed you with something, which is the thought that you have, that I want to start a business, that I want to lead this organization, that thought is your blessing. And that blessing, there's nothing that can contaminate it, other than you having a reason why it can't happen, which you see in this world and you don't get it from the universe. I mean, all the reasons you have seen it in this. You've heard it from the radio, you've heard it from the news, you've heard it from the media, you saw it somewhere, someone said it, and then you saw it happen in your life. So if you have a reason, just ask yourself, is it really true? Because you will find out that it's actually not true. But if you have a reason, then you have blocked yourself. The universe has blessed you with the thought of saying you want this. The universe is saying you deserve it. You have the resources right now. You wouldn't think it if it wasn't your time. So if you're a woman and you're thinking that I can run a multi-billion rand organization, you are ready. At this moment, you don't need anything. But all the reasons in your head that keep saying, maybe I need more empowerment, maybe I'm not ready, are the ones that are blocking you. So when I talk about money and women in this book, I'm letting you see all the lies we've been taught, the lies that are keeping us stuck, while we are actually saying, let's fight for women, let's change this and this. Guys, we don't have to change anything other than our minds. There's nothing that is standing in our way. I promise you. The constitutions, the policies, the whatever can never stand in our way when our minds are set in the right state, in the right vibration. There is nothing, you don't need to change nothing. Everything as it is right now is good. If you can see a tree outside that has been planted there, you've seen it for the past 5 years and it's still standing, that means that you are that. You do not shift from your position of power. You are always where you are supposed to be. You don't need nobody to come and say today is the day for you to be it. No, you don't need anybody to say, now you are a woman, we recognize you, you can be everything you want. No, you don't need that. You don't need that recognition, or that, hey, by the way, we take women businesses now. No, you can go where there's never been a woman business and be the one. You could be anything you want to be, but as long as you have a reason in your head why you can't be that, then voila, you cannot. They could give us all the empowerment, they can give us all their help, they can, if we're thinking why we can't be what we want to be, we can never be it. So get yourself the book and read chapter 10. If you are a woman, we are ready. It's our time is now. And if we are still having reasons why we can't be it, we're not going to be it. But if we have, we give ourselves the chance to stop thinking about things that don't exist and make them exist, they will exist. But if we are taking our power and saying, no, by the way, we are actually going to do this the right way, which is our way. We want to wake up in the morning and do what we want. We don't want to wake up in the morning and go and just be in a jobs that just because we need to pay our bills. Then you will do that. So get a book. Tomorrow we're talking money and men. So I don't know why I enjoy talking about money and men more than money and women. Maybe it's just because all the women problems touch my heart so much than maybe the men problem. I'm not sure. But tomorrow we're doing chapter, let me check. I think it's the chapter before this one. Money and men is chapter 9. Yes, we're doing chapter 9 tomorrow, episode 23. So all the men tomorrow, tune in. We're talking money and men. We're talking about all the stuff that blocks you guys from making the money. So chapter 9 is yours. Get the book, get it on Kindle today, read it a little bit before we talk tomorrow. And I'm also going to share a little bit tomorrow, if I get the time, about our week 2 on the money course, how to increase your earning potential, on not to settle for less, learning how not to settle for less, learning to take what you really want. So let me see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. I always enjoy doing this. Totally enjoy doing this. So that was the end of that was the end of episode 22. So let's tune in tomorrow for episode 23. I love you guys. Have a nice evening. If you need to ask any questions, send me an inbox. Send me an email, busi@busiselesho.com. If you would like to come through the book launch, use those emails. If you like to join through the course, use those emails. And I love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.